Hey everybody, this is Chanchai. I just got home. Akai's got one more league left, so I'm going to play in his league. However, we're looking at about probably 12 minutes before the next league opens, and it'll be the last one for today. So I'll only be able to play one league battle. Don't know how well I'll do. Should be a lot of fun. So until then, we're going to chill, and I am going to also make sure that our game is set to the correct game. If you're not watching, check out Akai VF, AKAI. They are streaming right now, and you can watch some awesome league battles. So for now, streaming some dead air time. I might practice a little bit. Yeah, let's do that a little bit. But I'm open to doing some sparring before the league opens up. Let's see, set my phone to this current league, and that way I can see the chat. But I hope everyone's doing good. Hey Sorensen, awesome to see you. Thanks for the support the other night. Thanks always for your support, man. I really appreciate you so much. You can hear the echo there. Let's turn the echo off. Alright, after dinner sets, indeed, yeah. Actually, I just picked up stuff at the pharmacy. Then I realized that the Akai League hadn't started yet, and then it started while I was out at the pharmacy. So I'm glad that he's doing that. Yeah, let's use one of our costumes. I forgot what my costumes even look like for Ali. Let's see. But I had so much fun fighting Kingo's Aoi in Europe. Kingo is an amazing player in France, and him and Nero are considered the two best players in EU. But Not So the Wolf is also an amazing player. I haven't fought them in person, but they are really strong. Let's see here. Kick. So Aoi, if she does combos ending in kick, then she can go into low throw, right? So. Should change stage. Let's see. So here in the other match you're listening to and watching, yeah, I've got Akai's stream on and I don't mind it being out loud a bit, so let's set it to counter hit. Alright, good to know that won't launch. Let's see here. Okay. So do 3, okay.
So if you want to participate, this league is over with, and I think we picked up 4 more rounds.
Alright. So it's good to know that. So if the opponent attacks though, then it won't work, right? So maybe I just have to do one crouch dash. Let's see. Nope, it's gotta be like 2. So it's like this, 1, 2. Hey, David Blaine, good to see you. I need to watch Kingo's European matches and start taking note of all of his setups. Though I could also watch, I think, Kofu Magane. And it's just really fun. We have some really good Aoi players in the US, though. Valkyrie, probably my favorite. I haven't fought Gentleman Thief's Aoi. That's another favorite. I think in America, though, Kingo plays Aoi exactly how I think Aoi should be played, right? He applies reads, he knows how to use her full move list, not just her defensive stuff, right? And he makes very good, like... I'm glad to see that Crazy Drunk's available and playing. Awesome. We have like a really good group of people that are playing. I see.
Yeah, so right now in contention it is Shakira Forever just won this match. 3-3. And then we have Jen with the second against this. And round 5. All the energy used from the first series today.
Oh, this is just normal throw.
Alright. We won the match here. Jen Whipper to give boost that round. So right now first place is Ernie, first place would be Bernard, and second place right now.
Again, right now Akai's League is going on. Hey, Agod, how you doing? I won't be able to play till late tonight because after Akai's League, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna send my kids to bed and then I can play. But that said, I don't. If you're available then, that'll be awesome. If not, I understand and we can find another time. But I would love to spar with you anytime. Alright, let's just while we're doing this then. Doesn't really matter here. I see. But yeah, I just got home. I went to the pharmacy. I actually stopped by the board game store too. There's stuff I picked up for my son and for myself. Alright. Now, something I've told a lot of people is that when you fight Leon, you want to evade to his backside. And if that's a hard instruction to follow, you can also think of it as evade to his front foot. Right? Yeah, I do. Should put his reactions on random. Are they not? Let's see. So the tricky thing about when you're doing this move, some people will do it like do the hit throw on reaction to the actual hit, and that's probably the really good way to do it, and that's because if you're buffering this move, then that might throw your, then like not doing it on reaction, doing it on timing can throw you off, right? So we're gonna use this as a way to practice confirms of an elbow, because I need to, like, if Crazy Drunk's in the room, there's no way I'm gonna win that league. I mean there is, because I do have it. I can win against him pretty well. It's just Also, this seeing like that, right? And then always, because you have to do a low throw escape on reaction to that. So same with Wolf. If you see the hop one, I need to do that. I think it was like this into the bound into like KPK, right? And that's like the generic one. Like you can do that against Taka. Against Leon, you have a lot more. I am not ready to play tonight. By the way, I'm playing Aoi, if people are wondering. Just for fun. My wife just got home. I evaded the wrong way. Again, evade to his front foot, right? Like, that's the trick is evading to the opponent's back is their front foot. And actually, against Leon, because of his stance, seeing his front foot's a lot easier than as opposed to looking for his back, right? So if you, like, focus on the front foot, that's a lot easier. So much easier. Right? Like, watch it with me, right? And you can see it, right? Even in these middle things, like let's say he gets knocked down, and then you can see his, like, front foot. So much easier, right? And you can see his back foot too, right? Like, even here, like, I'm hitting him, he's switching stance, right? Suddenly, front foot's a lot easier to see than back. For me, anyways. And so, yeah, using the foot's a lot easier than using the back. And actually, the foot is what I use in combos, right? Like, when you knock somebody up in the air, you want to look at which foot is up high, which foot is the front foot will be the one that's up in the air. They specifically designed it that way in this game. It's been that way in all VF games, right? So you notice that there's one foot's almost always higher. The hardest things are going to be stuff like, well, the good thing is throws are universal. Like, no matter what, throw is going to result in, like, the same stance. So, like, I think throws almost always go to, like, closed stance right away, like that, see? And so, but yeah, if you focus on the front foot, it's actually a lot easier. Except for there. That was maybe the hardest time I had at doing it. Similarly, if you want to know mix-up directions, you only have to practice it. Because if you go to the, for example, let's set okay, if you're looking at the screen right now, side throw is universal left, is like the left of the character or the right of the character. So if I evade up and I do a side throw, if I have enough frame advantage and I do a side throw, Leon would have to escape with right throw escape. Technically that would be back throw escape on player 2 side, but it's totally different on on the other player side. So if I'm on the other side, what is it, forward back? So if I'm on the other side and I evade up, he would have to do his left, and that would be back also. So a good thing to know is the throw escape, the side throw escape for the opponent is back. If I evade up, it's back. That means that if I do a forward throw, I can do the mix up, and if they happen to not be in side turn, they would have had to escape forward to do a throw escape. So, in general, if you evade to the up direction and you want to mix up side throw versus forward throw, do the forward throw. Similarly, if you evade down, and you want to mix up, and by mixing up throws, it means doing a side throw right away. That's a side throw, or delaying, because that would, if they touch a button and you delay it, they will start facing forward after enough frames have passed. Then you mix up, so if you evade up, if you're up into the horizon, you want to do a back throw, forward throw. You want to do a forward throw, and if you're If you go down, you want to do a back throw. And that way, if you happen to not be doing the side throw, the throw escape would have had to be the total opposite direction of what they were trying to do if they want to escape the side throw. So that's how you do a side throw mix-up, is by doing a delay so it becomes a normal throw. Because side throw escape doesn't change, right? It's always the same. So if you keep side throwing your opponent after evading up, all they have to do is do back throw escape. Technically, it's decided based on where they are, but for all intents and purposes, for you, if you evade to the up direction, then they need to do back. If you evaded to the down direction, they needed to do forward. So for you, you do the opposite. You evade to the up, and then you do a forward throw. You evade to the down, and you do a back throw. And that will really mess your opponents up. That will make it hard for them to do the proper throw escape if the frame situation makes it into a normal throw instead of a side throw. I hope that makes sense. I know that's a tough one. A lot of people don't know how to do side throw escapes, so I'm going to keep repeating it. In theory, it's the side of the character. So Leon's left side, if I evaded up here, I'm to Leon's left, and the side throw escape is left throw escape. Not forward or back, left throw escape when it comes to side throw, right? That's in theory. That's how it was designed. If I'm over here, I'm to his right, and so his throw escape would be right throw escape. But that can be very confusing, and that's hard for a lot of people to process in the middle of a match. And for me, it's not. I'm used to it. I've been processing it that way for like 15 years. Okay, for 10 years. So, what did I say though? What I said is that if you want to be the person mixing up, or if you want to be Leon, if you're Leon, just know that if your opponent evades up in the up direction, no matter what side they are, if they're in the up direction, it's technically back throw escape would do it for you. Similarly, if the opponent evaded downward, then it would be forward throw escape. Because on player 1, forward is the right, on Leon's right side, and on player 2 side, left is, which is forward, is on the player's left side. So sounds confusing. That's why it's always confusing teaching people side throw escape, because it switches from the norm. The norm is a back forward, is back forward and neutral, but the side throw escapes follow a different logic. But if you just learn the positioning, or if you practice them and think, and then once you've practiced it and then actually realize that anytime that there's kind of a universal for up and there's a universal for down, it just works out that way. Because oh, I'm gonna go jump into the league.
Those who want to join, the room should be available now. Passcode is
this Sunday I'll be on the podcast again, and I'll talk about my experiences in Paris probably. Maybe there's not too much to say. There's a lot to say about Kingo, but there's not too much to say in general. Why am I red bar with him? I don't know.
Oh, welcome, Hypercloud. I believe that's Hypercloud, right, from the Northwest. Thanks for joining. And welcome, Chan Chan. Thanks for joining.
Go back to Leon. Alright, Crazy Drunk playing as Taka. Awesome. Really powerful. Oh, he's got to go? Alright.
That's a wonderful thing about the community. You know, we have a Crazy Drunk sharing tips on how to
oh, awesome.
play against Taka.
Crazy Drunk said, yeah, he's got to go to bed. Kage guaranteed combo for Taka is PPPK, and he gets a knockdown. I think KPK works too. I should probably sleep, but I'm also boneheaded and I'm off tomorrow. Okay.
Alright, welcome Tete and Abigail. I'm going. I think this might be
Great to be back. Great to be back. So,
well, welcome back now. Thanks for coming back.
yeah, so I hope that the advice helped. But yeah, the character's back, as you can see, is to their front foot, right? And if you follow the front foot, that actually makes it a lot easier for some people. So some people just use that for the sake of evade directions. What side should I evade? Right.
off to the States, Chan Chai. Chan Chai recently went to France to visit family and to celebrate his anniversary with his wife about the new country. And then he also found some time to actually go play Virtua Fighter. He went to play against Kingo of France. They right now, I think, who right now is tied with Natsu the Root to have the most first place finishes in the Europe League. All right, we'll do what best 4 matches go. Yeah, Crazy Jump basically bulldoze a lot of people.
Time for a combat.
Round 1. Ready, go! Ready, go!
Actually, Crazy Jump, when we see you. I'm trying to find out who will be going to Europe in the beginning of December. So we see information hush.
I hope Crazy Drunk is able to go to Global Showdown. It's possible, you know. He has had people help him go to Japan a couple times, or maybe he's been able to afford it. I don't know, but whatever the case is, he's been able to go to Japan a few times. So I really hope he can go to Europe. He is one of the best players in the country.
Oh, you coming back, CJ Cyber? Awesome. So that we 8 people, and that's a nice size room, and so I'll just put myself on flank, so I can take care of stuff at the
Looks like Kung Fu Hustle's going to join us. Got a really good group.
Anyone who want to watch Green Lantern or AK Green Lantern, aka Kung Fu Hustle, aka CG Cyber, will be streaming, so you can watch a late game or a Blaze player perspective.
So, Sorensen, it's good that you brought up Dennis 201. I would say Kingo reminds me of an interesting mix between Tricky and Dennis 201. Because Tricky is actually very much a studying type of player, an analytical player, and the type of player who makes adjustments but also does very fine-tuned options. And Dennis 201 is also similar to that, but also, you know, but has like these attacking instincts and builds reads and plays very heavily on the reads as well. Kingo reminds me of something kind of some interesting combination of the two. And like kind of sits in the middle of that spectrum. Kingo's really strong. Is
successful. So far, it's slowly catching on, which I'm happy about. Next week,
that was good. Hypergrav, that was a good idea, staying down. I like Hypergrav's new costume.
So I guess before Tonkatsu and Shiva leave for Global Showdown, we'll be participating in the tournament. The beat and the arm kind of might make me think of a TIE fighter. So that'll be next week, and then me and Mike and some of the other people are trying to get our join online league goal. Just for the celebration of 30th anniversary, and maybe that will lead to something better. But I am attempting a very much a grassroots campaign in recruiting players to participate for Australia. And so far I got 200% increase in the number of people playing. So we'll see how we can get a bigger room. Larger participation. Alright, I'm gonna take a break here a second. Reset.
Heavyweights are nothing to me.
Hey Blurring, by the way, really good to have you, Blurring. Hope you're doing really well. Always good to see you, man. Alright, here we go, Reaper.
Alright guys, I need to make a quick little step on the keyboard. There should be people that before we begin the league. So if someone just keep track for me, let me know, okay? And I'll hopefully be back in the game start the league. Apologies.
Okay, he was watching, I was watching too. Let's see what he does this next round. Nice. Stay down.
Round 3.
Normal hit. Okay.
Round 4. Ready,
Hey, Mr. Perfect, so good to see you, man. How have you been? Oh, Blurring, I hope it gets a lot better for you, man. Good to have you in tonight.
Is that 2 matches already, or is that just 1 match? Thanks for playing Joshua Pac-Man, Ruben. Alright, I'm just gonna say 1 more match to go. Is that nice play? Sure. Thank you, Sumo. Okay. So let's just match it so we begin the league. Hey, thanks for showing up and happy birthday. Hopefully you get lots of good presents.
Man, I'm glad to hear that, Mr. Perfect.
No worries, see the time, but we haven't started yet. We're gonna start after this match, the last league of the day.
round 2.
But yeah, today has been a nice turnout. We got, if our participation is played in the first league and 10 played in the second.
Couldn't evade that way, okay.
Again. So it's very similar to Europe with area today.
Nice. Alright. I threw too late. I did a full crouch dash. Man, Like a Dragon looks awesome, and but I'm still way behind on the series. Nice. Yeah. I think they definitely make sure that all those games have a good amount of content, so absolutely. Nice countering to a low punch. Awesome game. Awesome game. That was so much fun. I really like that.
Alright, guys, and we'll begin.
Alright. Here goes the league. Good luck, have fun. Reaper is... I would favor Reaper for this, but let's see how it goes. Big advice, definitely stay down the ground against Reaper, but occasionally mix up when you're gonna... when you tech. Sometimes you do want to tech. He is gonna try to low... Also, if you hit the wall, ground throw. If you touch the wall, you gotta do a ground throw escape. Alright. That was good. Good round. Good game. Good game, Reaper. That's gonna help. Hey, Joshua Pac-Man, good to have you here, man. I saw that you were in the league earlier, and I think that's awesome. Thanks a lot for all your support, your hard work in the community, and I hope your Omni gets there nice and safe and in good shape. You know, congratulations on that too. The Omni Arcade is an awesome controller. It's a really durable case. It's inspired by the Virtustick High Grade, but they've also addressed all the shortcomings of the High Grade. So it's a wonderful arcade stick. Alright, Quasar I have to really watch out for. Quasar has done really acts on the reads, and they're targeting my low punches. So yeah, good to know. It is a really awesome thing. I love it. Yeah, it is a nice form factor. It's the same exact dimensions as the. Yep, you have to use elbow. Right now, Quasar is targeting my 2Ps. They're like, I'm gonna 2P every time that Chai would normally do it. Just like there, right? That was completely going after the 2P. Oh my god, that was such a good 9K. That too. So here's the thing. They were targeting 2P, but I went for throw. You can't mix up 2P with throw because of that reason. Too slow. Again. Good game. I was trying to do a different move. Good game. Quasby, that was awesome. That's how powerful it can be when you target the 2P. If an opponent has a 2P habit and you use your move list to bait it, it's really powerful, and they did that. They specifically used certain sequences to go like, I know he's going to 2P in this situation, so I'm going to set up that situation. I'm going to do it on purpose with a 9P to crush the 2P. It's really good. Awesome play. Good game. Very, very good game. And that is something that Vanessa can do really well, because she has the full crush list. She can outspeed people with her uppercut. 9P is a 2P killer. It's a low attack killer, period. But it's also really good at scoring counter hits. It's just a really good move, because not only is it an EX high, it's also a hop attack, which that combination is insane. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I'm sad about that your all button controller broke. Was it a homemade all button controller, or what? How did it break? Sorry to hear that. But you are playing awesome on pad. You're back in your element, and look, nothing wrong with pad. Kingo plays on a pad. Nero plays on a pad. Denkai, who is arguably like the third best player in America, plays on a pad. Yeah, so that's just the downside to some of the homemade controllers, but even some industrial ones too, so it happens. Snackbox Micro is really good. I like it a lot. I do personally think the Kitsune is the best. The problem is that, not the best. I think the VB1 is the best by Golden Lever, but I think the Kitsune is really good, except that it doesn't have PS4 support, which sucks. It really, really sucks that it doesn't have it. It should totally have it. It should totally have had PS4 controller support. Half circulars are rough on all button controller. I have trouble with the half circulars on all button controller. It messes my Leon up quite a bit. Everything else is great, but the half circulars, because you cannot hit two buttons at once. Like, you can't hit three at the same time. Okay, he's not responding, so he's afraid to attack back. So we're gonna do some mid-low. There we go. And we're gonna force him to tech roll. Portland punish. And I'm trying to make sure I don't fall into the elbow punch. Jeffrey's elbow punch, I should just ECD, but Jeffrey's elbow punch is punishable. But now he can take advantage of the fact that I'm not attacking there. Nice. Okay. So we're going to get into a striking war. I really love you, Hypergraph, so let's keep on fighting. Good, he doesn't fall for that. Nice, he threw me out of the ring. Nope, he did not. He did have a wall combo though. Good game. I didn't escape the correct way, but good game, good game. Yeah, so I think that's a big deal. A lot of pad players have a complex about ECD, but the best players I've played with on pad have no trouble with ECD. I think once you've done it on arcade stick or once you've done it on leverless, you kind of know how to do it on pad. And for me, I have no trouble doing ECD on pad. I don't do it as much as on stick. Same as like on all button controllers, I have no trouble doing ECD, but I don't do it as much on the all button controllers as I do on stick. But I still can do everything on it. I can still do it. And so I just end up being more deliberate about it because of the way that control scheme is. Whereas on stick, I feel very natural moving the stick all over the place. And so I can do like the dance, right? Like subconsciously. But when I play on all button controllers, I feel a little more conscious. So that's it, kind of how it is. But yeah, but once you understand how it works in the mechanics, and I think now that you felt it on the all button controller, I imagine that has helped your movement on the pad even more. Yeah, the Combat Gravity KS are wonderful buttons. They're not my favorite buttons, but I do consider them very high tier buttons. I think they're amazing. I like the actuation on some of the other buttons a little more, but they are in the same league. They are so good. Yeah, you're gonna get the movement. You're gonna get the movement. So. Very good. A lot of 2K usage by the Vanessa players. That was kind of a bad idea for me. I should have done a combo that would not have destroyed the wall. That was bad. Yeah, I think Gamerfinger are the best, but I think KS are amazing. And I think the good thing is also though that the Gravity KS are gorgeous. Like they have a unique look, and that look alone is like. Alright, Good game, Blaring. You got the side turn. Some of the side confirms are areas that I think Blurring will get sharper on. I think they are sharp. On their good days, they're very sharp on it. Today, they seemed a little slow on the side confirms. Very nice. Very, very nice. Sounds good. Sounds really good. I understand, Blaring. Good game. Good game.
Well, he must be anti-Vanessa right now, since he beat both Blurry and now the Strawberry. Yes, sir. There's 2, there's 3 Vanessas.
I've learned a lot against Jeffrey fighting Pinkle Peaches and Space Time, actually. And RJ as well. They've shown me some of my weaknesses in that matchup, and I think I'm getting better at them. But I do think I need to be still sharper. But I'm learning quite a bit. All opponents have so much to teach you, because this game you learn a lot. You can learn so much in every interaction.
And we'll see Space Time versus Silverbolt. He has already won.
Sounds awesome. This game is so much risk reward. So here we go. Nice. Oh, I hate that. Man. Late phase range, that's what it is. That's such a good opening. Good game, Kung Fu Hustle. Very good game. I learned a lot in that battle, actually.
Versus Kung Fu Hustle here, and Blurry versus Cooper. Going nice. Round 4, round
Keep
5
it up,
now.
Joshua Pac-Man. That risk-reward balance, that safety, safety versus risky. It's really. It is the beautiful thing about this game. The very beautiful thing about this game.
And Blurry wins it. So right now in first place will be Chai, followed by I believe the Walkweeper, Kung Hustle, and Blurry are now, all 3 of those are green 2.
Alright, Silverbolt, here we go.
Right now
Let's do this.
5 matches, 2 more matches to go.
I have to be careful. I have to be a little assertive against Silverbolt. Nice assertiveness. Very good. Bad. Bad, bad.
The Chen just say he plays at other fighting games.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Very good. That was an awesome round. That was a good round, Silverbolt, actually.
Round 3. Ready, go! Excellent.
So I like that Silverbolt is playing more assertive. Okay. I think it will pay off in the long run. It will pay off in the long run if they are playing more assertive, and I think that's a good thing. I think they will get stronger, but it's a necessary challenge. It's a necessary ring of fire to go through.
Where he lost his match, so he's now even over. So just one more match to go, depending on how this goes. Who does Chandler get to play against Spacetime? Spacetime has already last 2 times Spacetime play, he defeated Sajosha, Taka, and I believe he defeated Live Forever. Yes, he did Live Forever. He got first place in the first league today. It's a match between Bokuhasa and Dewakura finished. Dewakura won, so he right now is second place at 4 wins and 2 losses. Chanchai is first. You get to see if Space Tech can be a spoiler role against Chanchai, but would Chanchai go full on
Super Saiyan, Super Saiyajin. Saiyan, yeah.
Round 2. Ready, go!
Nice.
That was really good.
Awesome Space Time.
That was a really good round.
Spoiler. Be the spoiler. Play the spoiler over here. Backdash.
Man, that was good. That was so good, just dashing through. I might get spoiled. I might get spoiled here. I might lose. Spacetime is playing very smart, and I haven't seen him play like this ever.
Round 5. Ready,
Should try to win this at first place. And the space behind interesting. Came to the last guess. That was a good match. Alright, so with that, congratulations to Chanchai for getting first place. And it looks like the Rocky here for second place. So by the end of this day, Chanchai is now tied with the Rocky for most first place finishes for the fourth quarter. Alright, and congratulations to Blurry.
That was really good.
Just like +1 round compared to Nella. So it was pretty close. Alright. Thanks again, everyone, for playing. This concludes today's Weeknight League. We will have another one tomorrow for those who can't participate. Schedule-wise, we have it on the Twitch, on the schedule. I now have it listed there, so if anyone's confused which day.
I will send my kids to bed soon, but I'll play one match. I'll play a couple matches before I end it.
So tomorrow I'll be doing Europe and then North America. Let's see, anything else? Anyone else still streaming Virtua Fighter? If so, I'll go rate them. Let me go check. Are you still planning to stream Green Lantern? Oh, Chanchai is streaming. So you're doing real fast. Okay, let me pay attention. Alright, let me go Ray Green Lantern. And then, oh, I'm sorry, I should end this. Okay, so two Crystal Play matches we want to.
I feel that blurring. If I am curious, like, it does sound like you might be needing a break or something, or not. But I am curious what you think the things you need to work on are, and the things that you're having trouble with. If you want to message me, let me know, okay? Because I'm happy to talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, I understand, but I'm always happy to talk about that kind of thing. But yeah, because you're a player that I really love seeing the progress on, and would love to help as best I can, but also just but the thing is you're a very strong, smart player too, so it's one of those things where I don't want to narrow it down to necessarily the wrong things or to oversimplify it, Okay, starting to see some decision points a little better. Oh, okay, it's boring. That was good. All right, I think we're hearing Kung Fu Hustle's stream. So. Twitch is Interface sucks. I'm trying to send a message him. I can't. I gotta join his his channel, and I do join it. I follow, but it like won't let me message. So good game, Kung Fu Hustle.
So, to rank to re-level.
There we go. Yeah, and Elson, it's so good to see you. I had an awesome time last night. Oh, we just had a good league. We did the Akai leagues. It was awesome. I'm gonna show him countermeasures to what he's doing. So he should do. That's a case for threatening the string. And then the main answer to what I'm doing right now is there are certain times when I sidestep like there, and you want to throw me if you can catch me sidestep, especially after I low punch, right? Very nice. Alright. Let's do some more sparring, Hypergraph. I'm gonna give you more time to spar, so let's do this. So what he needs to learn how to do is block and throw. Block and throw would be huge. Yep, there, that's a good one. So block and throw, okay. Alright, I'm gonna play hard on him this round, but it's good for him to train. I want to give him a lot of training. Very nice. Very nice. 2-hit strings are really good for a player like me that's gonna sidestep and hit buttons. Ah, what a good game. That's the super crouch. Come close now. I see. That happens. That happens. Alright, Blaring, let's do a sparring. Quasi B will do one more match, and then I'm going to call it the night after that. I do. No, their defense is good. They are a Marvel 2 player. They're a really good Marvel vs. Capcom 2 player. So, yeah, defense is their wheelhouse. was good. Good. Thanks for the battle blurring.
Again. He picks up swinging. I get him like get punched in the fucking face. I don't understand.
Alright, Quasibi, this will be last one for tonight. Thank you all for the matches. I appreciate it greatly. And we will chat more, boy. There's a super crouch state. It's very hard to do. And so I can do it with that. But Shun does it like when he does some of his moves. And Eileen can do it on certain moves as well. So yeah, those are... Alright, I got my revenge on Quasibi on Nala, but good game. Yeah, Vanessa's so scary. The wrath of a Vanessa is very scary. Hypergraph, you're doing really good. You're fighting a lot of strong players. Leon can do... I'm going to turn down the volume on that. So yes, when I do the peekaboo, that is low. That can go under mid attacks, but only on certain frames. It's very high risk. That's kind of true for most things that are like what I call super crouch. It's very few things that are super crouch, but they can totally do it, and they're very annoying when they do it. Leon can kind of do it as a on prediction, right? Because it's part of his charge attack. For a lot of other characters, it's not part of a charge attack. It's something where it's just very special case. So the choice to attack here was correct, but it was a slow attack. It is kind of weird. Vanessa can make it hard though, because Vanessa can cheat on the attack. I don't like to use the word cheat though. What I mean though is that Vanessa has attacks that are really fast, and she has Sabaki attacks, like a lot of them, and even Intruder Hook, which is evasive attack, right? So she has a mix of these that allows her to attack when she's at minus more than other characters do, right? She ends up having more good options from a disadvantage that happen to be attacked than other characters do. And because of that, Vanessa is able to attack a lot from minus. And it's a big deal, because normally that's not... Most characters, not the case. Most characters are not getting that. I'll play maybe a couple more and try to illustrate. Sometimes you help yourself thinking about attack versus, like mid attack versus throw when you block something kind of big. Vanessa's going to make that calculus a little weird. Alright, so I'm not... But it's still a good idea. And just tell yourself you guessed well or you didn't guess well, right? So my advice to Hypergrave eventually is going to be learning how to do throwing after blocking certain stuff as being a guess, as being something that was not a bad thing to do. It was a good thing to do, but sometimes you guess wrong. But of course, when you fight me, I make it very hard for throwing to feel like a good option. That can be hard. So then what you do is you watch is Chanchai evading. I can tell you the stuff though. I tend to evade after you block something like sidekick. After, you know, like when, for example, when I have Okizeme and the opponent does wake up. And let's say you pick, when you're waking up against me, you pick block. And that's a really good option to do against me when you wake up. And you block something like any of my things that are kind of meaty attacks. Almost for sure, if you block it, I have a high chance of doing evade there. And many players, including Nala Strabe, totally take advantage of this. They will specifically know it, so what they'll do is, I'm going to wake up and block. If Chanchai happens to do a mid attack as a meaty, I'm just going to throw him, because he almost always does evade here. Like, in fact, he can't control himself. And that's a read. And it's true, and it works against me most of the time. It won't always work, so if it doesn't work, just say, I guessed wrong. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with guessing wrong. Just try to guess 2 out of 3 times, you know? That sounds dismissive, but that is the mindset for this game. That's how you get yourself to do more throws. Right? Like throwing here, right? But he did fuzzy, and that was good. Now, if there's fuzzy, you have to change your calculus a bit, and you have to change it to delay throw. But, you know. So that high was the weak point, right? So I was able to low punch right after this. Watch this string, bam, right? But it wasn't bad. It was just a bad. It was just a guess. It was just a bad guess, and it's okay to have bad guesses as long as you know what the options were. That's the key. Do you know what your other guess was going to be, right? See, like, it wasn't a bad guess. I went for throw. He guessed I was going to throw, so he attacked, and his attack won. And not only that, he leveraged it by using a Sabaki attack that was going to beat a lot of my attack options. It's really good. It's good odds on that, you know? Good guess. So I did take a risk by doing PK as a response. The risk of doing PK as a response when you block something is that they can low punch you or low attack you and you're in trouble. So yeah. That's why mids are so good against Leon, right? Like, mids are good because they can't really be crushed. So yeah. I'm gonna put my kids to bed, and I wouldn't say call it a night, but I don't know when I finish putting them to bed. And I might, you know, go get a drink or something, like a soda or something, and do a couple of things, and then I might play later tonight. Yeah. So I might be available to play a little, like in an hour and a half or so. All right, this is gonna be the last battle, and then I will see the night. So I will stop for now, send my kids to bed. So a lot of times, elbow is gonna be the thing I do, right? And that said, if you think I'm going to do elbow, backdash is really powerful. I'll show you. Like that, right? That was a backdash option. Because I'm like, he might poke back, right? Nice. So if I condition my opponent to attack, backdash becomes really strong, right? I see. Well, let's see what we can do. And we're definitely going to get more battles in. I loved fighting you last night, Elson. So much fun. Really awesome last set, too. Nice. Very good. That was a good decision to throw. Again, assault my decision to defend. I will say, if you hit with elbow, you want to either do the string follow-up or you want to throw, or even do a knee. But I would say strongly consider throw after it. Like this. right? Elbow into throw. And elbow, crouch hit into throw, well, okay, Jeffrey doesn't matter. The problem with Jeffrey is anybody can actually fuzzy guard after getting hit by his elbow. So that's why for Jeffrey, his elbow game's a little different. It's more about doing that string option. It's more about doing like the elbow punch, but that's such a risk. But you can also just elbow and then do an attack after, then elbow and the throw. They're still good. Very good battle, Hypergrave. I'm going to go to bed, but man, Hypergrave, I'm glad you came out tonight. Thank you very much. And, it's all... I love you guys, love to fight more VF, but I'm going to send my kids to bed. Now that they're back on the 9 o'clock, that's a wonderful, wonderful time slot for them to go to sleep. But I hope to spar some more VF soon. Hypergriv, Blurring, always feel free to message me directly if you guys want to play directly as well. Same as Elson. We can try to figure out a time to play. I would love to spar with you guys anytime. And work on VF because I love playing VF. And Hypergrave has been getting getting strong really fast, actually. I was kind of bullying him tonight, but and the thing about the bullying game is I can end up striking a lot and moving a lot, but eventually you'll get the hang of it and you'll see the decision points on where you can apply pressure, and then also where you can force me to think about my options, which slows me down and gives you basically you can mental stack your opponent and you'll get there. Jeffrey does have a hard time cracking opponents though, but one way he does it is Nitaku. But the best way to do it is reverse Nitaku, but that one is much later. That's when opponents are doing a lot of strong high skill stuff. Alright. Well, you got your revenge last night, Elson. Your Shun, you built a lot of reads. You applied them, but more specifically, you started to apply your strong long-range game with your reads, and that's one of your good strengths. Of course, you can't always count on it because it's a high-risk, high-reward strategy. It's a high-risk, moderate-reward strategy, but it works. But then, as we play more and more, even though we're playing Australia to the US, there's enough of a connection for us to make really meaningful decisions in our fights. And Shun has a lot of good stuff that's really hard to deal with, especially yes with lag, but even offline is hard, right? Like his once he has enough drinks, he starts mixing in the lows and stuff like that. Yeah, the back turn stuff. There is some. I will tell you, one of the keys to fighting Leon's back turn stuff is knowing when to low punch him right away, just to kind of stifle his options and make it so he can't turn it into a bigger thing. Understand that when my back is turned, my kick is really fast. It's 11 frame kick. It's really fast. That's faster than almost everyone's jabs. It's faster than most people's move lists. Yeah, so that's the reason that thing hits. However, if you evade it, he's screwed. So, again, evade to his back, which also means his front foot. If you can see where his... And I practiced doing front foot against AI today. Front foot is the way to go to look for the back. Like, front foot is so easy to see. It's really easy to see in almost any position. Really easy to see the front foot for their back and understanding that the opposite direction is their front. Learning that, actually, I think that's way easier to see in matches. You can see it in more situations and take less time seeing it. Yeah, because seeing their foot really does. And Leon sticks his front foot so far forward, you can't help. It's in your face, so and so you know where his front foot is, and it makes it easier to. It really makes it easy to see. I'm like, actually, you know what? This is a lot easier if I just focus on his foot. If I focus on his chest and his back, it's actually it's a little hard because some positions are awkward. But if I focus on his front foot, way easier. It's just right in your face. Yeah. All right, man. Have a good night, everyone. Cheers. Let's see if we can send a raid. We'll send it to Kung Fu Hustle. Well, we'll send it to Virtua Fighter, and I think that is. No.
Mission accomplished.
Green Lantern 99 is Kung Fu Hustle. All right, everybody follow Green Lantern. Green Lantern 99. So have a good night, Akai. Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time. I'm hoping we'll get a session a little bit later too. All right, cheers. See you on the Discord.